When her own sister took her husband, everyone expected shouting, fighting, even revenge. But she didn't say a word. She just stood there, looked at them, and walked away. People called her weak, but what they didn't know was that her silence was about to change everything.
Welcome to Stephified Stories, where real life speaks, and every story leaves a lesson. Peace and Norah were born into the same home, but they were very different. Peace, the first daughter, was quiet, patient, and always thinking about others. Even as a child, she would give up her own food just to make sure Norah was happy. Norah, on the other hand, was full of life, bold, beautiful, and always wanting more. If Peace got something new, Norah would admire it, then slowly start wishing it was hers. It started small, a dress, shoes, attention, and every time Peace would smile and say, "It's okay, she's my sister." But some habits don't stay small forever. They grow. As they grew older, life made their differences clearer. Peace was content with little. She believed in peace, in patience, in doing things the right way. Norah believed in fast results. She wanted a big life, quickly. She didn't like waiting, and deep down, she always felt like life was giving Peace something she deserved more, even when it wasn't true. Peace met Michael on a quiet afternoon at work. He wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, but there was something about him, calm, steady, safe. He spoke to her like she mattered. He listened when she talked, and for the first time, Peace didn't feel like she had to give everything just to be loved. Michael liked her simplicity, her kindness, her soft heart. Their love grew slowly but strongly. No pressure, no competition, just peace. When he finally asked her to marry him, Peace didn't hesitate. She said yes, with tears in her eyes. Their wedding was simple, not expensive, but full of joy. Friends came, family came, and Norah was there too, smiling, laughing, taking pictures. But her eyes lingered too long on Michael. The way he treated Peace, the way he looked at her, the way he made her feel special. Something twisted inside her. A quiet thought formed. Why not me? The first few months of marriage were peaceful. Peace and Michael built a small, happy home. They laughed together, cooked together, prayed together. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. And for once in her life, Peace kept something just for herself. She didn't have to share this. Or so she believed. One evening, there was a knock on the door. Peace opened it and saw Norah. She looked different, tired, frustrated, almost broken. "Big sister, please, I need somewhere to stay." Peace didn't ask questions. She didn't hesitate. She stepped aside and said, "Come in." Michael agreed too. After all, she was family. At first, everything felt normal again. Norah helped in the house. She laughed like before. She acted like the younger sister Peace loved. But slowly, things began to shift. Norah started paying more attention to Michael, laughing louder at his jokes, standing a little too close, looking at him a little too long. At first, Peace ignored it. She trusted them both. One night, Peace walked into the living room unexpectedly. Norah was sitting close to Michael. Too close. Her hand brushed his arm, and this time, Michael didn't move away immediately. It was a small moment, but it stayed in Peace's heart. That night, she couldn't sleep. She kept turning on the bed, thinking, questioning. But then she whispered to herself, "No, I trust them."
Days passed, but the signs became clearer. Late-night conversations, soft laughter when she wasn't around, quick silence when she entered the room. Her heart knew, but her mind refused to accept it, because accepting it would break her. One afternoon, Peace left work early. She wasn't feeling well. She just wanted to rest. As she walked into the house, something felt strange. Too quiet, too still. Then she heard it. Laughter. From her bedroom. Her steps slowed. Her heart began to beat faster. Her hands started to shake. She walked to the door and opened it.
Peace opened the bedroom door slowly. There they were, Norah and Michael, too close, laughing softly, leaning on each other. Time froze. Her stomach turned. Her hands trembled. Norah froze too. She hadn't expected Peace to come home early. Michael's face went pale. For a moment, nobody spoke. Then Norah stammered, "Peace, I can explain." But Peace didn't move. She didn't scream. She just looked at them, calm, silent. And then, in a voice quieter than anyone expected, "I see." Nothing more. She turned. She left the room, closed the door gently behind her. That evening, she sat on her bed quietly. No shouting, no tears, though her heart ached like never before. She opened her closet and began to pack a small bag. Her hands moved slowly, deliberately. Michael tried to stop her. "Peace, wait, I can fix this, please." She shook her head, still calm. "No, you don't need to fix anything. I've seen enough." Norah stood in the corner, guilt written all over her face. "Big sister, please, I'm sorry." Peace nodded slightly, then whispered, "Take care of each other," and she walked out. Peace walked down the street. Every step felt heavy, but also freeing. She didn't cry. She didn't look back. She had chosen something rare, peace over pain. While others were fighting, blaming, shouting, she was walking toward herself. When her friends and neighbors heard, everyone was shocked. She just left? She didn't scream, didn't fight? How can she be so calm? Even Michael's family called her. "Are you okay? Don't let this go." Peace didn't respond much. She didn't need to. Her silence was louder than any words. They thought she was weak. Some even whispered, "She should have shouted. She should have slapped Norah. She should have made him choose." Peace only smiled quietly to herself. She knew the truth. Fighting would have kept me tied to something that wasn't mine. And for the first time, she felt real strength. Peace moved into a small apartment in another part of town. She started a new job. She met new people. Every morning she reminded herself, "I am enough. I deserve peace. I don't need anyone to fight for me." Her heart slowly healed. Her silence became her power. She no longer needed approval, validation, or even explanation. Meanwhile, back in the house, things weren't as perfect as Norah imagined. Michael felt guilty every day. The initial excitement they had stolen faded quickly. Late nights turned into arguments. Small annoyances grew into big fights. One night, Norah shouted, "I didn't think it would be this hard." Michael snapped back, "You wanted him, now live with it." The love they had tried to take by betrayal was crumbling. Peace heard through mutual friends what had happened. She smiled quietly to herself, not out of revenge, but because life had a way of revealing the truth. She thought, "The universe doesn't need my hands to teach a lesson." Her peace, her calm, had already made the difference. Peace had chosen silence. She had chosen walking away instead of fighting. She realized something important. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is nothing. Sometimes leaving is the most powerful choice. Sometimes your value is shown by how you respect yourself, not by how loud you scream. Her silence was a mirror,
showing Norah and Michael the consequences of their choices.
The tension in the house finally exploded. It was a small argument at first, something simple, but it didn't stay small. Norah raised her voice. "I'm tired of this. This is not what I wanted." Michael stood up, frustrated. "Then what did you expect?" She froze, because she didn't have an answer. He continued, his voice sharper now. "You wanted this, remember? You chose this." Silence followed, heavy, painful. In that moment, the truth became clear. They didn't build something real. They destroyed something real to create something empty.
That night, Norah couldn't sleep. She sat alone in the dark living room. No lights, no noise, just her thoughts. And they were loud. Her mind replayed everything. Peace's face, her calm voice, the way she said, "Take care of each other." Norah covered her face and whispered, "What have I done?" For the first time, she wasn't blaming anyone. Not Michael, not circumstances, just herself. And the weight of that truth was unbearable.
Months later, Norah finally sought out peace. She found her calm, confident, and stronger than ever. "Peace, I'm sorry. I ruined everything. Please forgive me." Peace studied her sister quietly. No tears, no anger. She finally said, "I have forgiven you, but forgiveness does not mean I am coming back to that pain." Norah's face fell. I didn't understand." Peace nodded gently. "And now you do." Peace looked at Norah and spoke slowly. "I didn't fight because I was not fighting for someone who didn't choose me. I didn't scream because anger would have kept me tied to a broken situation. I didn't chase because forced love cannot survive." Norah finally realized her sister's silence had been a shield, not a weakness. Peace's calm was a mirror, reflecting the truth that Norah had been too blind to see. "You didn't take my husband," Peace said softly. "You revealed who he really was, and who I really am." Peace began living fully. She pursued new passions, made new friends, and even found moments of joy she never knew existed. Norah learned her lesson the hard way. The life she had wanted through betrayal had crumbled. Michael, too, realized that happiness built on lies and selfishness never lasts. Peace's story teaches a simple truth. Walking away is not losing. Silence is not a weakness. Your peace and self-respect are worth more than anyone's approval or love won through betrayal. Sometimes the greatest strength is letting go. Sometimes the loudest voice in the room is the calmest one who walks away. And sometimes life has a way of showing the truth without a single word. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every relationship is worth saving. When people show you who they are, believe them. When love is real, it will never need to be forced. Amara's silence, patience, and choice to walk away proved something powerful. True strength is quiet, firm. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stephified Stories, where every story has a lesson.